Hello, welcome to another video. There was a video before this one, there's going to be another one after it. I am sick and tired of dealing with mold. It just keeps coming back, and I don't know what to do about it. I'm super broke right now because I've just been hanging on the edge of all my resources since my car broke down the other week, and I had to throw away a bunch of stuff that went bad in my pantry and everything. And that week of just chilling without me in the car because I couldn't run the AC or anything, so I was hanging out at gas stations and stuff for that whole week. That allowed a whole bunch of mold that I guess was sort of dormant in here to start spreading again. It got in my floorboards, it got in my clothes, it got in my food, and I just cleaned yesterday. I just cleaned all my dishes, and I tried to get the mold out of those because I left some bean residue in the bottom of my pot, and that grew some mold, different kind of mold than what's on the floor and the clothes, but still. So I spent a whole lot of time, like a couple hours, cleaning that out, and I torched the whole thing dry, torched the whole pot dry. So hopefully whatever's in there is dead now, but it still kind of smells a little bit like mold. The pot does. My other dishes don't. I'm pretty sure I cleaned those well enough, but the pot still smells a little bit like mold. It's back there now. It's got some chicken noodle soup in it that tasted fine. It didn't make me sick or anything, but when I dipped the bread in the broth, it did taste a little bit like mold still. But the apple cider vinegar I was using, which I would have gotten white vinegar because it's more effective, but I couldn't find any at the dollar store. They only had the apple cider stuff. And I used all of that, a whole big bottle, just to clean the pot and my dishes. It smells a little bit like the mold, so I don't know if what I'm tasting is the vinegar, or like I didn't rinse it out well enough and there's still a little bit of vinegar in there, or if I just didn't kill the mold, and I'm like paranoid about it. It's in my floorboards. I keep spraying vinegar on that too, and I don't have bleach or anything. I'm trying to save a couple of notebooks that are mostly empty, that grew a little bit of mold on the pages. So they're in like plastic bags trying to suffocate it, but I don't know if that's effective. It's probably maybe spreading from there, so I might end up just having to throw those away. And I have some clothes on the roof of my car right now that I soaked the mold spots in vinegar, and they're up there in the sun. I don't think the sun is going to do much because I'm not able to wash these clothes first. I wasn't able to wash them because I'm almost out of water. I need that to drink. There's not enough to wash my clothes. I don't have any money today for laundry. I've been spending all my money on food and gas to keep me going, mostly. I did do my laundry like a week ago, maybe a week and a half ago, but I hand washed it in the back of my car, and then I set it out to dry, but it was humid that day and I didn't have enough gas to get to the park that day, so I strung up a line inside my car and dried them inside my car, and I don't think that was effective. And I think they were a little wet when I put them back in storage, and they just grew mold. And I had to throw away a jacket and a whole bunch of underwear. I'm not gonna wear underwear that have mold in it. I'm not even gonna attempt to clean that. That just grosses me out. But I also had to throw away a jacket, and right now I'm trying to save some pants and a couple, a flannel and another jacket of mine. And it's just like, I don't know if this is gonna work. Some of those clothes were moldy before, and then I washed them, and I, tried to get rid of the mold, and I set them out in the sun, and it just didn't work. I guess it didn't kill everything, and it was sort of dormant for a while until I washed them again, and they stayed wet, which is crazy. Like, and I know that every time it comes back, it's going to be stronger than it was before, because whatever mold doesn't die is the most resistant, and then it's going to spread its resistant genes all around the colony. It's just really frustrating. I want to be able to breathe well in here, and when I first started this whole project that I built back here, it was because there was mold in my car, and I took everything out. I threw away a whole bunch of stuff that was moldy, and I cleaned the rest of it the best that I possibly could, but I guess it wasn't good enough. And then later on, I found some things that I thought were fine that didn't visibly have any mold on them, and now they're growing mold, like some clothes in those notebooks, for example. And I just want it gone. I just want it gone. I've been dealing with bugs in here too. And like, I empty my trash out. I don't leave trash just everywhere where it can stink up the car. You know, I put it in my trash bag or in my trash can right here, and I throw out the trash regularly. I don't leave food everywhere. I mean, there is a pot of chicken noodle soup back there that I'm probably gonna throw out because it's been there all night. And I made 2 servings because that's what a can of veggies makes. I really wish they sold smaller cans so that I didn't have to waste so much food. So I feel like a lot of products, they're sold to make 2 servings of food with the assumption that you either have somebody else to feed or you're gonna put it in the fridge and have leftovers. I don't have a fridge, I can't have leftovers, so I'm probably gonna end up wasting a whole serving of chicken noodle soup because I can't store it safely, right? It's really frustrating, you know. I need solar panels and a power bank, you know, a power system so that I can run a fridge in here, a little tiny mini camper fridge. For that, I need to, you know, clean out the storage and everything, get rid of some things that I don't need that are perfectly good and I don't want to throw away. I want to sell them, make a little bit of money. But once I do that, I'll have a lot more room for storage in the back. And in order to get solar panels and a power bank, I'm gonna need a mailbox first. And I can get like a year of a mailbox at UPS for, you know, like $120, $180 or something like that. Every store charges you something different for the mailboxes. So I would have to call them up and figure out what they would charge me and then get that money, which is a lot of money. Like, I pretty much, like I said, I'm spending all of my money as soon as I get it just to keep myself afloat here. And so I would need the mailbox, and then I would need probably anywhere between $300 to $600 to get those solar panels and the power bank, because I'm not an electrician and I don't have the money to hire one. So, you know, if people are telling me, you know, get the solar panels and then get the power bank separately and then rig it up somehow, and, you know, I don't have a soldering iron, I don't have the tools for that, I don't have the expertise for that, and I don't want to mess that up and end up, you know, starting a fire or burning myself or something. So that's not something that I'm going to do. I'm going to end up just buying it like a kit where I can put the solar panels up on top of my car and just have the power bank in here. And then I can, you know, plug things in. Instead of using my engine to charge my laptop and my phone and everything and to run an AC, I can run a fan in here on that. I can charge my stuff, and maybe, hopefully, I can get a little fridge so that I don't have to waste so much food. But I better throw that stuff out before it gets moldy. I don't know if that pot still has mold in it, is the thing. I checked it this morning and it seemed fine, but who knows. Anyway, I'm just really tired of this mold problem. I really want it to go away. I keep spraying it with vinegar and trying to get rid of it. I have my clothes up there right now. It's kind of a sunny day, partly cloudy, I guess. The thing is, I didn't clean the clothes first, so there's still visible mold on there, and there's probably mold like on the inside of the clothes, and I'm gonna have to have them out there for like 3 or 4 hours, and then turn them over, and then another 3 or 4 hours, and then turn them inside out and do the same thing again for another 3 or 4 hours, turn them over, another 3 or 4 hours. So this is gonna take a long time. I'm probably not gonna be able to do it today, but I'm just doing my best. I'm just doing what I fucking can. And I really, really want this mold to just go away. I'm doing my best. I don't have the money to deal with this, is the thing. Like, I ran out of vinegar. I just have a little tiny bit of it left in a spray bottle that I could potentially spray if some more of it crops up somewhere. But it's just, I'm really glad that it's not spreading to my bed as far as I know. Like, I've been checking my pillows and everything, and there's no mold there, at least. You know, my blankets and everything. Another thing is this inflatable mattress has started deflating pretty quickly. I don't think it has a hole in it, but, you know, I inflate it to full before I go to sleep, and then by the end of the next day, it's sort of way more limp than it usually was before. When I first got it, it would stay inflated for like 3 or 4 days before I had to inflate it again, and now it's like every day. So I don't know what's going on there. I do have some patches if it does have a hole, but I'm just, really frustrated trying to survive here, trying to get rid of this mold, because again, the mold is like one of the main reasons that I did this whole project, was to make the space feel cleaner and to improve the air quality and get the mold out of here, because I was living amongst all of this mold, and there was a lot of it before. To be fair, there's significantly less of it now, but it's still... Anyway, I ran out of recording time. I had to delete a bunch of stuff, but anyway, I'm struggling here. I'm really struggling. I need I need this mold to go away. It's really stressing me out, and it's really frustrating that like every couple days, at this point, even if it's gone for weeks, I'm gonna still be paranoid about it forever. It's the same thing with bed bugs. I've been sleeping hot because it's hot and it's humid, and I don't have a fan or anything in here. I have a couple hand fans that I made, but I have to be awake to use those. And so I'll open the windows a little bit, I'll crack the windows a little bit, but then it rains, and then the water gets in here and it becomes humid, and that's probably not helping with the mold issue when it rains in here, especially the mold in the floorboards, which is right underneath the window. And then I'll be sweaty, and my leg hairs and my arm hairs and stuff will sort of like move around and jump around and stuff, because they're like escaping from the sweat or whatever. And I always think that's bugs on me, and it makes it hard to sleep. I'm not sleeping well lately. It's hot, it's humid, it's raining every fucking day. When is the rain gonna end? Like, when is the rain gonna end? It's not gonna rain today, at least. So hopefully the sun will do something to that mold and fight it back a little bit. I might just end up throwing away those clothes. It's a pair of long pants and some stuff that I would only wear in cold temperatures anyway. So if I throw it out, it's not like I'm gonna need it right now. And then hopefully maybe I'll just get more clothes in the winter time. I don't know. I'm frustrated. I feel like I'm doing everything I can, and as usual, it's just not enough. So that's sort of what I'm dealing with. Return of the mold, revenge of the mold, I don't know. It's stupid, it's frustrating. I'm really tired of it. And that's where I'm at right now. Anyway, that's a little update about what's going on with me. My main concern right now is just that mold issue, and cleaning out the storage, and then eventually getting a solar panel and everything. So yeah, I have links in the description if you'd like to support me. Maybe throw me $10 so I can get some more vinegar and clean up this mold a little bit, or so that I can officially do my laundry, like with the dryer and everything, because that shit's really expensive. Or if you just want to support me in general, there's links in the description. Like the video if you liked it, sub if you want to follow me through this journey. Hopefully you'll see the mold issue be eradicated eventually. And thank you so much for watching, and have a peaceful day.